This is my 2023 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive review. Before I get into it, I've been a Tesla owner for over 4 years now. I got my first Model 3 all the way back in 2019. I found 17 changes between this 2023 version and my first version over 4 years ago, and I want to get into all of those because this might be the final iteration of this Model 3 before a heavily rumored refresh coming at the end of 2023. So, was it worth the upgrade? Would I recommend it before this big refresh? I'll let you know, but first, let's get into those changes. A few minor changes to the front trunk. The tow hitch is included in there, and then where you see those lines, that has changed as well. And sadly, the grocery hooks have been removed from the top of the frunk as well. So, not my favorite change to the Frunk, but definitely some notable changes to how that gets used. The windshield wiper nozzle has been changed. It's in a different place now. Black trim instead of chrome. I think that was a heavily requested feature by a lot of buyers, and it's been a change now for quite some time. Looks very clean. I'm a big fan. Automatic trunk, boy, this was well needed for a car in this price range. It should have an automatic trunk, and that is now the case, which is different from my 2019 Model 3. I'll show you what that was like here in just a minute, but I've really enjoyed having that automatic trunk. Here's me opening my old 2019 Model 3. Inside looks exactly the same. It's just automatic now, which, like I said, I'm a big fan. The inside of the door paneling has changed for white interior. It's no longer white. It's got a black felt there instead of an old white color. I like the change. The door handle has a logo now, much needed to help people understand what the button's for. Magnetic clip for the front, for the visors, instead of like a plasticky thing. It just snaps into place. Probably the biggest change, a longer battery range, and the battery cells have changed as well. LFP batteries, which need to be charged to 100% at least once a week. I have noticed not only better range, just because the capacity is better than what I had, but also it seems more efficient. I lose the range slower than I did on my 2019. Center console changes. This is probably the biggest interior change. Gone is the piano black finish. It's a matte black now, and that entire drawer is different that I'm playing with right there. Big changes, and I like the changes quite a bit to the center console. Included now, wireless charging mats, 2 of them as you can see, and there's no longer a door there to hide it like I had in the 2019. A few minor changes to the steering wheel. It's just not quite as fat right above the buttons, and the buttons have changed as well. They're no longer plastic, they're metal, so they feel a little bit better on the thumbs. Associated with the steering wheel, it's heated now. It's just included. It's not an upgrade, which I really like, and for the little bit that I used it back in April, it felt really good. It warms up super fast. That's a really nice addition from what I had in 2019. Rear heated seats included. I had to pay for that upgrade on my 2019, so the fact that they're included with the price, I really liked that. The location of the USB drive is now in the glove box for, I think, security purposes, and it's concealed and it's hidden, which is cool. Gone are the sensors, which is my least favorite change. Tesla Vision is no good, and you cannot rely on the measurements. A feature I do love, though, is the double pane glass, which is great for noise cancellation. It's a much quieter ride. Those are all the changes I've found when going and comparing my 2019 to my 2023 Tesla Model 3. Oh, I forgot one more, actually. The heat pump that was first introduced with the Tesla Model Y. That's been imported into the Model 3. It's summer here in Utah. I never had the car in cold weather, so I don't know how much of a difference that made. I did a video many years ago, which you can find on my channel, where I just did one full day in cold weather. I'm going to recreate that this winter, do the same thing and see what happens to the range. So I'll be able to better report on the heat pump and what kind of difference that makes when I get closer to winter time. Real question though is, was it worth the upgrade for me? Is it worth the upgrade for you? Or if you've never had a Tesla, is it worth getting an upgrade prior to the heavily rumored Project Highland Tesla coming out? Because there's some cool stuff. I mean, the rumors are cool. There's a design change, cooled seats. You know, that's something that I wish that I had. For me, it's been absolutely worth the upgrade. Now, some of that is due to the fact that I was able to sell my car at a good time, and it didn't cost me very much money to get into this new one. But some of the changes, especially the battery, have made a huge difference. Just being able to charge it 100% every time has already given me more range, and then there's more range already with the car. So that's made an absolutely huge difference to have that upgraded battery. And I think if you have a 2018, a 2019, even a 2020, if you can sell it for the right price, I think there's enough new stuff, little changes in this 2023 Tesla that is well worth consideration of the upgrade. If you're wanting a new one, that's a little harder because we don't know what's going to happen with the Project Highland Tesla Model 3 refresh. We don't know what the price is going to be, but it'd be tempting to wait for that. So that's probably what I would recommend. The last thing I want to talk about here on this quasi review video is what's been my favorite new feature or little tweak. Obviously the battery's number one, but besides that, here in Utah, the little bit that I've used the heated steering wheel, it's been pretty cool. So I've really liked it. That's going to make a difference in the winter. All right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, love it if you did so. And till the next time, have a great one, guys. See ya.